What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. I want you guys to meet TT. She's a black content creator, right? And this is a positive video because quite often I run across very positive and smart and intelligent content creators who I think that if we were to listen to, it would enrich us. We got so much black content trash out there that every time I come across some gold, I like to share it to you. So without further ado, I want you to enjoy TT. I want you to enjoy her content. I want you to follow her, find where she is on the internet. I want you to absorb what it is she got to say. Because we as black people need to change our own algorithm and start seeking out those things that will nourish us, meaning good black content creators that will teach us. Because remember, we can't rely on the system to teach us. We can't rely on institutions to teach us, right? We need to teach ourselves, right? We need to be self-taught Africans, right? So that means that when there are intelligent African people, right, who have knowledge to spread and they have a platform to speak, we should listen, right? And make ourselves smarter. Every video that you listen to something, learn something, you become smarter. I never stop learning. I learn every day, all day. I learn something, even in my comment section. I'm in there learning something. All right, somebody will say something and then I go type it in, find it out. Sometimes I do videos based off of it. And I'm always learning because any intelligent person knows that you don't know nothing, right? That's just what it is. You think you know something. You know a little bit, all right? And there's a lot more to learn. So if you're interested in learning, check out TT and check out me. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
I'm realizing people are following me and they don't really know what I do. So, hi, I'm TT. I am a PhD. I have a PhD in mechanical engineering and material science. I have a master's degree in electrical and computer engineering. I have a bachelor's degree in material science and engineering with a concentration in electronic and photonic materials and a minor in mathematics. But all those things don't matter. I have this doctorate so that I can engage in science communication. That is one of my big passions. It is, not educating people per se, but just having conversations where people aren't afraid to ask questions because I do not know everything. And so what I hope to do is to just bring people along the exploration journey with me on anything. And so that's how me and my friend Zakia Watley came up with the idea for our podcast, Dope Labs, where we show how science intersects with pop culture. So we take what's trending online and then we show the science behind it. And it's not like, oh, there's this rare chemical in the Amazon, blah, blah, blah. No, it's like, what are you talking about in your group chat? What are you talking about on the Shade Room? What are they talking about on TikTok? What are they talking about on Instagram? And we show how there's science about it. So it is very, very fun. We love making it. We've been doing that since 2019. And most recently, we co-executive produced a planetarium film that was funded by NASA, which is a very surreal experience, but we are very happy with the final product. We just love us. You know what I mean? We love doing what we do, and we love doing it for the culture, and hope to bring you even more soon. This is one of my favorite compliments to get. Thank you so much, friend, for calling me smart. But there is another reason why I really love this. This comment is from a video where I'm talking about my work in science communication and my podcast called Dope Labs, where we show how science intersects with pop culture. And I co-host that with my very best friend, Zakia Watley, who has a PhD in genetics and genomics. One of the episodes that we did was actually on linguistics because we were talking about code switching and cultural appropriation. And so we brought on a linguist. His name is Dr. Bao, a black man who is a professor of linguistics at Rice University. And he talked all about how African-American vernacular English came to be. And one of those things is like how we say, oh, she's smart. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, she's tall, things like that. It's very tonal and it just means very, So Dr. Bao explained to us that in our history of linguistics as African-American people, if you trace it back, it goes back to largely West Africa. And in West Africa, there are a lot of tonal languages. In Africa in general, on the continent, there are a lot of tonal languages. And so that is something that followed us. And so when you say smart, or tall, or far, and you're meaning very, that's something that is in our roots. That is something that we have kept and preserved as a people. Another thing that he talked about in that episode that I absolutely loved, because I was a victim of this growing up. You know how when we were young and we were in school and you might raise your hand and say, "Can I ask a question?" And the teacher goes, "Oh, don't ask me." Dr. Bao explained that that is something that is also rooted in our lineage as African American people. And there is something that he likes to call linguistic productivity. And what that means is that if you're talking to someone and you might use a word and pronounce it in a way that is unique to your upbringing or your heritage, it is inappropriate for that person to correct you because they know what you mean. And it, as long as it is linguistically productive, meaning that they know what you mean, they should let it go. We talked about so much more in that episode. It is lab number 69 on Dope Labs podcast. We make our episodes called labs. Each season is called a semester. We have so much fun. That is one of my favorite episodes of all time. You should definitely check it out. Hey y'all, it's TT from Dope Labs. And guess what? We made a planetarium film. It's called Remixed, The Unexpected Side of Science. And we actually had the premiere just last month on November 6th at the Boston Museum of Science. We had so much fun.
Two ups.
To the executive producers and hosts of Dope Labs, Titi Shodia and Zakia.
But before we get too deep into the premiere and the film, I think it's important to take you back to the beginning of the process. Earth. I'm just playing. No, this all started 4 years ago when we received a grant from NASA to make this film. And so at the beginning, Zakia and I just really immersed ourselves in a lot of scientific spaces and artistic spaces just to get a feel for how to translate our message at Dope Labs into an immersive planetarium film. Because this is something that we had never done before. So we knew it would be important to understand what would have the biggest impact. And that also meant doing a lot of listening. So talking to folks from planetariums across the country like the Bell Museum, the Boston Museum of Science, and just immersing ourselves in culture. And all the while still bringing you Dope Labs. Working on this film has been one of the biggest creative lifts that I've ever done in my entire life, and it has been so fulfilling. I'm trying not to get emotional. Everything that we brought to this film came straight from the heart. It was a labor of love. We put so much thought into every single scene, into every single moment, and we are so proud of our end product, where we show that science isn't just in labs and in lab notebooks. It is in every single thing that we do every single day. We got to travel all across the country and see some really amazing people doing the things that they love. Everyone who touched this film had a massive impact on the final product. So I just want to send a big shout out to everyone who played a part. Special shout out to the Charles Hayden Planetarium staff who put in hours and hours and hours of work, and to our cinematographer, Samson of Crew Films. And also, shout out to y'all, the listeners of Dope Labs, the folks that have been supporting us from day one. I also have to say that I am so incredibly lucky to have this woman right here, Zakia Watley, as my partner in all things creative over the last however many years. Zakia, you are a genius, you are a creative genius, and I'm so lucky to be on this ride with you. Love you, friend. The night of the premiere came, so we got ourselves all cleaned up and ready. Honestly, what I looked like didn't really matter because
The film is the outfit.
right? You can see Remixed, The Unexpected Side of Science right now at the Boston Museum of Science or in a science space near you in 2026.
Technology, engineering, and math. But not still like you've always learned it. We're remixing this definition because science is not just about beakers and equations. Science is about curiosity, wonder, and creativity. If you love things like art, food, sports, or even...
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.